This Saturday's primary is just the warm-up for the big show in November. Only 2 candidates won't advance.
If you talk to people, they don't feel like this is a normal election cycle. Oh, okay, nothing's going on. They don't feel anything because there's no real competition. You know, there's a Republican candidate they're going to have to knock out who's not really a Republican candidate. And there's a delegate candidate for Democrat that's going to be knocked out also. And that's about it. There's not a lot else going on in this election.
But once the September primary is over, political analyst Ron McNinch says the race is on. Fundraising will kick in and candidates will work hard to get your vote. Starting with the delegate race, McNinch says incumbent Madeline Bordallo will move forward and face off with lone Republican Margaret Metcalf. Matter of fact, he says Metcalf is the most viable Republican candidate since 2002 for the delegate race.
By that, I mean, and it's something that's not stated very much, but I'll tell you from a campaign electioneering standpoint, it's very, very difficult for male candidates to run against female candidates. This is really tough. Female candidates running against female candidates usually are generally more successful, and so I think that Margaret Metcalf in this head-to-head race is probably going to do a lot better than people might expect. And in fact, she's right in the zone of being able to, if the numbers wobble right, she could win it. On the other hand, it could be Madeline at 55 and her at 45.
As for the legislative race, McNinch says both parties have incumbents and near incumbents seeking a seat in the 33rd Guam legislature. It should be close in the fight for majority, but overall, it should remain Democrat-controlled. A supermajority, he says, is not likely.
All else equal, it looks like 8-7-9-6 on the Democratic legislative side. The problem is the Democrats, ever since probably 6 years ago, could have had a supermajority. That is, 10 or more Democrats making a veto-proof legislature. But the Democrats don't cooperate enough with each other to do that. They get their groups to bullet vote for only certain Democrat candidates, and that lowers the opportunities for the other Democrat candidates to their detriment. And that's why we don't see a really dominant Democratic legislature.
As for the race to Adelup, like Decision 2010, prepare for the onslaught of negative ads and a fight to the finish.
I don't think there's any runaway for anybody. I think this is going to be a very interesting race, and it's going to be a very close race, all else equal, at least as it looks right now.